Okay, so serious question here. Can we expect extreme travel chaos this summer when you're going on holiday? Well, I hope not, because in this video I'm going to show you that maybe not every journey is going to be a bad journey flying to and from Spain. I'm here in Bristol Airport and I'm on our return journey back to Mallorca. We're going back to the island. We've just spent more or less a week here in the United Kingdom. And if you saw my previous video, you would have seen the extreme travel chaos that we experienced going through border control, leaving Palma. It was last Tuesday. If you haven't, go and check out that video. I'll put a link to it in the description text below. But in this video, I'm going to hopefully show you a smooth journey heading on over to the island. Hopefully it's going to be okay when we enter Spain. Hopefully we're going to see police on that border desk. Let's wait and see. But for now, let's head on through the airport and let's see what it's like flying out today. So before we go anywhere, let's just take a very quick look at the flight information board. And I can see everything is pretty much running on time today. We don't have any flight delays at all, which is great news. You can also see as well to the right hand side of the flight information, we've also got a changing sign here, and it's saying the ETA, the electronic travel authorisation, is soon going to be needed for some travellers coming into the United Kingdom. Maybe that'll tie in with the ETIAS for any UK visitors heading to Europe, but let's wait and see. So before we go any further, let me just ask you to consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already for all the latest travel news. I'll bring it to you. But anyway, come on, let's head on through Bristol Airport today. So we're just standing to the left of the TUI desk, so we can see it's actually pretty empty this morning. And there's a nice orderly queue over the EasyJet desk. We just have hand luggage today, so we don't need to head on over to these check-in areas, these automatic check-in areas. But before we head on up to departures, we're actually taking a little bit of a detour. My daughter has gone herring off to the Marks and Spencer's food hall. We're going to go and get ourselves a few treats before we head on up through security. Now you're going to find M&S food halls in most UK airports. If you are visiting the United Kingdom, I do recommend passing on through, but we're going to go and pick up some treats for our journey today. Okay, so let's head on up through security. Let's see how busy it's going to be today. So I'm just going to quickly pause here and we'll just take a quick look over the departure hall today. Looks like EasyJet is quite possibly the busiest airline today. But anyway, come on, let's head on through security. Now, obviously, I can't film as we're going through, so I shall see you on the other side. Okay, so once again, we've got stops going through security, and that's nothing new. I think I get stopped every single time. And it was because I had some cheese in my bag. Now, every time we go to the UK, I always take some cheese back with us. I'm not sure if you can take cheese into the EU now. I don't think you can, but I think you can take a little bit for personal consumption. But anyway, I just hope they wouldn't take it away from us, and they didn't, which is great to know. But just to let you know, if you are taking food through the security checkers over here in the UK, it's most likely going to be picked out. Oh my goodness me, just walking out into the departure hall today, you can just see how busy it is. Can't see any flight delays though on the borders we're coming through. Normally when you have flight delays, you get a lot of people waiting here in the lounge. But I just think there's just lots of people travelling at the beginning of March. Anyway, let's head on through. I think I'm going to need to pick up a very quick coffee before we board. As some people head up to the cafes to go and get breakfast, we normally head over to Starbucks. Let's get a really quick coffee while we wait for the flight. Okay, so far so good coming through Bristol Airport today. Now, obviously it's busy. We've got a lot of people travelling, escaping to some winter sun, although I have to say there's plenty of sunshine over here in Bristol today. Not normally the case. Normally the weather's absolutely terrible here, but we've got some nice weather over here in the United Kingdom at the moment, and for the duration of our trip too. Now, as we came into the departures area of Bristol Airport, you would have seen the sign for the introduction soon of the ETA, and that's going to be the electronic travel authorisation for any Europeans coming into the UK. Likewise, we're still going to be getting the ETIAS as well, the ETIAS visa waiver, and that'll be for third country visitors to Europe, which you're going to need to get from this summer. Now, I just want to give you an update for that, just to let you know that there is no update, and I'm being asked every single week on the channel, when's it coming in? Is it coming in? As at time of recording, I've received absolutely no more information about it, and it's just travel as normal until we hear more. Now, the ETIAS, as you know, has been put off. It's been put off constantly over the past few years. But with the ETA coming in over here in the United Kingdom, for anyone with European passports or anything else other than a British or an Irish passport coming into the United Kingdom and having to get this visa waiver, I'm pretty sure that Europe are going to get up and running with the ETIAS soon. Now, if you saw my flight video from last week, you'll have seen that they've got the machines now over in Palma Airport. They're not set up and working, but they are there. Investment has been made for that. So I'm pretty sure we're going to soon hear an announcement of the ETIAS visa waiver coming in. But like I said, keep an eye on the channel. I'll let you know more. As soon as I know, you guys will know too, and I'll talk you through how to get that as well before you travel. I'm not actually convinced it's going to come in for this summer, but let's wait and see. Now, anyway, I'm going to quickly finish my coffee because we're going to pop into Boots, do a little bit of shopping. But first, my biggest concern now is not so much getting out of Bristol Airport today, because I can see that operations are running very, very smoothly, which is great to see. But my concern is getting into Palma Airport. Wondering how many police we're going to see on the border today, and whether and how long that queue is going to be, and also how many flights are going to be arriving into Palma at the same time too. Are we going to have queues going in through border control over at Palma Airport today? Are we going to be seeing a travel chaos? Well, let's find out. But anyway, I'm going to finish this. Might have one of those shortbread cookies, and we're going to head on up through the gates. Okay, so it looks like our gate has been called. Palma is departing from gate 29. Let's head on over. I can see that the departure lounge has emptied out considerably this morning. I think we do have a lot of flights going out at the same time over here. There is just the one flight heading over to Mallorca, so fingers crossed we don't have a whole load of regional airports all arriving at the same time when we get in this afternoon, and we are flying on the Monday. Okay, so we're heading out through gate 29, which is on this far side, this far left-hand side of Bristol Airport. You actually see all the planes being parked on this side of Bristol Airport at the end of the day. So we've got a couple of flights boarding from gates 28 and gate 29. The queue on my left is heading over towards Fuerteventura. We're heading down to Palma. We're all being channeled into this one big departure area, and it's looking very, very busy here this morning. Now, let's see what it's going to be like if they're going to be checking luggage sizes today. I always dread this part. Our luggage does fall into the required sizes for EasyJet. And don't forget, if you are travelling this summer, don't forget to Google cabin baggage size EasyJet or cabin baggage size Ryanair before you travel. Don't get caught out, because of course checking in your luggage at this part of your journey is going to set you back around £100 or something absolutely ridiculous. So just make sure you're carrying the right size luggage. But gosh, it is looking busy here on this side of the airport. All these people that we saw waiting over in the departures lounge now all seem to be waiting here. Queues and more queues this morning, goodness me. And no baggage checks today, thank goodness. But we are in a very, very busy waiting area here. It's absolutely packed. Now, we do have free speedy boarding today because we're taking cabin baggage, we're taking the extra large cabin baggage and our free bag aboard too. Check this out. Okay, so I'm just ducking down here because just looking across the departure hall, you can see that they've actually split this gate area into two. We've got two flights going out. It's absolutely packed. It's really claustrophobic. I'm hoping we're going to get to depart soon and we can leave this area, but I just think what it's going to be like in the summer. I've got no idea why EasyJet have done this. This airport is absolutely huge.
Very kindly to move to the very front of the terminal as much as possible. It's a narrow gate, but we still need to allocate 30 people here. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.
We've now just been asked to move even further to the front and jam in a bit more. I mean, why have they done this? This airport is huge. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, I think this is definitely called travelling cattle class. Okay, so we've all jammed to the front of this side of the departure gates to fit some more people in.
EZY2719 to Fuerteventura. We will now begin boarding, starting with those who have booked special assistance, followed by speedy boarding, along with families with children under 5.
Sounds like Fuerteventura getting to go out before us today. Lucky things. And we've been here for about 10 minutes. Still haven't moved, no signs of boarding just yet. I think everyone's managed to pack into this departure area though. Like I said, it is quite claustrophobic. Let's have a quick look behind me. Yep, there's a lot of people waiting to get on the flight today. Okay, so we've just seen a bus pull up. It looks like we're going to be boarding this to get towards our flight. Plane isn't going to be pulling up here today, so I think we're going to be going around the other side of the building. At this point, I really need some fresh air.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to flight SE2709 to Palma de Mallorca.
And we're on the move.
non-smoking flight. This includes the use of e-cigarettes and vapes.
And we're on. Oh my goodness, that was just unnecessarily stressful, EasyJet. Why pack everybody into that one little departure hall there? Why have those two flights in there? It was absolutely boiling. And yeah, it just wasn't fantastic. Anyway, they packed us onto the bus and they had to run a couple of buses to get everyone out here onto the flight, but we're on the flight now. Hopefully we've got good flight conditions now running down to Palma. Let's see how it goes, and let's see how it goes when we get over to border control in Palma. I can hardly wait. So the flight is looking like it is running pretty full today. I can't see a spare seat. We've got the final people boarding. And it looks like we're going to be leaving these lovely blue skies behind. I've just heard from Admin Anne from the Facebook group. She said it's very cloudy, rainy and looking stormy over in Palma. Kind of wishing we were staying here a little bit longer actually, because, well, obviously not just missing the family, but it's very rare we get lovely sunshine over here in the UK. But anyway, back to school for my daughter and back to work for me.
Very soon the cabin crew, they're going to show you a safety demonstration. I know you may have seen it before, but really would appreciate your full attention as it's for your safety. Thank you.
The location of the emergency exits is shown on the safety card and is demonstrated by the crew. Please make sure you know where your nearest exits are. They may be behind you.
Okay, so I've just done the safety check here on the EasyJet flight and just pointed us into the direction of new safety instructions here. Look, it's all been laminated, it's brand new. I always encourage everybody to always take a look at this. I'm pretty sure if anything happens, complete chaos would break out and nobody's actually remember that safety demonstration, but here it is.
Bag into the seat.
What was that? So I don't know what that was. Could have been a bit of steam. Could have been smoke. I don't know. Let us know in comments, any airline experts, what that big puff of smoke was coming from what looked like the engine this morning. Anyway, fingers crossed for the flight ahead. And we're on the move, thank goodness. Just check out the views that we have over Somerset this afternoon. I don't think I've ever seen such clear views from any flight leaving Bristol. At least I can't remember seeing such clear views. Normally it's pouring with rain, normally there's thick clouds. It's a shame we're not on the other side of the plane actually, because I am filming into the sunshine a little bit, but we can't complain about the sunshine today. So the seatbelt sign has gone on and we are about 10 to 15 minutes to landing, and oh my goodness, the weather couldn't be any different over here in Mallorca today. We have got the stormy weather and it's an extremely bumpy ride in to the island. Now I think we're coming up from the Andrach side. I can't see any sign of land, which is a shame actually. I was hoping to give you some nice views from the plane today. It's very, very bumpy on here. I'm not a fan of turbulence at all. And yes, it looks like we're coming down over the southeast of the islands. I can just see Dragonera Island in front of me. We're flying over St Elm today. Looks like the weather isn't fantastic over here in Mallorca. When we left Bristol today, it was around 8 or 9 degrees. We're coming into Mallorca, it's about 17, so it's not cold, it's just a little bit grey, but look at the views we have of Dragonera Island this afternoon. We've come right through the clouds to basically more clouds. I mean, we've just got thick grey clouds over here across the island today. I can't believe we left that sunshine behind in Bristol. Sorry for anyone coming over here on the holiday this week. I think we're in for quite a week of dodgy weather. Don't forget, I do have a video on the channel about things to do in the rain, in winter. Go and check it out if you've got a short break planned for this first part of March. And it's not looking any better as we come into Palma Airport. We're just looking at the far side of Arenal here. I think it's Sometimes. As we come hurtling on into the airport, can't really tell if it's raining. I don't think it is raining, but it is actually pretty windy. The weather is not looking fantastic at all. Can't see any blue sky this afternoon across Palma. Just coming down over Compostela, you can see how close it is to the airport. Anyone staying in Compostela or Arenal, get the A2 bus, which leaves from arrivals. Anyway, looks like we've arrived.
Electronic devices may now be used if they are within reach for calls, messaging and internet access. However, please keep your seatbelt fastened and remain seated until the seatbelt sign is switched off. Please take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pockets, underneath the seats and in the overhead lockers. Please take care when opening the overhead lockers in case anything falls out, and smoking is strictly not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area.
Just as we're waiting to disembark here, look, I can just see a bit of street art by our favourite street artist over here in Mallorca. It's Joan Aguirre. You can see he's even got a painting over here at the airport. Thank you. Bye. Well, it's a little bit warmer here than it is over in the UK, but then again, you've got our sunshine. Check this out, can't see any blue sky over here in Palma this afternoon. Feeling very, very muggy actually. So I see on this flight here, we've got an air bridge attached for the front of the plane. We've come outside and out the back. It's actually really nice to get some fresh air. We've got a bit of a half-term holiday over here in Spain at the moment for the public schools. The international schools went back today. But the flight was absolutely packed, mainly with residents actually, more so I'd say than with holiday makers. Anyone sitting at the front of the plane today has managed to get the air bridge straight into the terminal. Goodness me, it's busy today. Very, very busy. The flight going back to Bristol is already waiting to board. As soon as we get off, those guys are getting on. Right, let's head on down towards border control. And we're about to grind to a halt. We're in the queue. So everyone walking to the left-hand side of me at the moment, they are European passport holders. If I just move to the right here, everybody in this queue are British or other passport holders. And the queue today doesn't look too bad. It looks like it's about 20 metres long. It's not the huge wait that we had the other day, thank goodness. So you will be relieved to hear that passport control coming into Mallorca this afternoon took about 5 minutes. Also interesting to know as well that if you are travelling on the European passport, they were still checking European passports too. Look, I'm just going to take a little look to the right here. Look, here the new ETIAS, the entry and exit machines, just waiting to be used here. But anyway, come on, let's head on down towards arrivals. So if you watch my video at Christmas, you'll know that we have quite a walk on our hands now to get down to the arrivals hall at the very, very far end of Terminal C. And we're just literally coming back the way we came when we left Mallorca, so we're coming past duty free here. And we're heading back in the direction of the security area, which we'll pass around the back of before heading down through Terminal D and into the arrivals lounge. Now, as we head on towards the summer, they will soon be opening up Terminal A, which will mean that we'll have a much shorter walk. When you land from the United Kingdom towards arrivals, you're going to have this huge walk here coming from Terminal C. Let's see if that's going to open on time. Still seeing at this time of day plenty of travellers coming through the security area, coming down into Terminal C this afternoon. Okay, so we've just come out into Terminal D now. One more terminal to go and then we're going to hit the arrivals lounge. So you can see how far we've come just in these few short clips. So like I've said, if you do have mobility issues, absolutely 100% get yourself some special assistance before the start of the summer season. Like I said, this walk is very, very long. Okay, I can see the sign here for the exit towards the luggage area. Not long to go now. Okay, so you can see that it took like 5 minutes to get through border control today. Not every single flight coming into Palma, coming into Spain, coming into Mallorca, whatever, is going to encounter big delays at security. I'd like to find the reason for the huge queues that we experienced last Tuesday. So stay tuned to the channel, I'll see if I can find out more. So all in all, this trip didn't go too badly. The main areas of busyness were at Bristol Airport in that EasyJet departure lounge. Gotta say, that wasn't a highlight of the trip. Hopefully that's not going to be a thing as we go on into the summer, otherwise I may well be considering getting back on those Ryanair flights. Anyway everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it provided lots of useful information, and I will be back with more travel news in future videos, and no doubt more trips backwards and forwards as well to the UK as well, to road test this trip before the summer. Don't forget too, you can find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.